Amika's wife woke up to see her children crying, and the stranger who showed her Madame Regina's grave beside them. "What is happening?" she queried her children. "Mommy, you fainted and we called Pastor Wealth. He is on his way here," her first daughter Azini said with tears in her eyes. Emeka's wife smiled. "You did well, Azini, by calling Pastor Wealth. I warned your father about moving into a house that is not blessed by a man of God, but he wouldn't listen. Madam, you can stay here and wait for the pastor to come, by the way. My name is Ovi," the strange man said while offering them seat. "Thank you, Ovi," Amika's wife responded. Few hours later, Pastor Wealth arrived with his prayer warriors. They brought food and drinks for Amika's wife and her children. When they finished eating, Pastor Wealth asked them to take him to the house. Amika's wife refused and said that she had sworn never to set foot in that house again with her children. Pastor Wealth laughed and called her woman of little faith. "Let us go. There is nothing to fear since I am with you," Pastor Wealth said boastfully. She agreed reluctantly and took them to the house. Immediately they stepped into the house. Pastor Wealth started speaking in tongues. He called everyone to hold hands together and pray against an evil spirit occupying the house. They all held hands and prayed for hours. After the prayers, Pastor Wealth took the painting outside to burn it, but Emeka's wife refused. She insisted that her husband and son are inside it and may come out after their prayer. Pastor Wealth told her that sleeping in that house with the painting not burnt is dangerous, but she refused and suggested they bury the painting.
Pastor Wealth agreed but insisted everyone must be on guard with prayers so that the enemy will not win. Then the prayer started. Pastor Wealth told Emeka's wife that they have to pray and defeat the spirit holding her son and husband. That once it is defeated, they would be released from its captivity. She cried throughout the prayer session and was hoping to see her son and husband when they were done. However, something strange happened. Emeka's wife suddenly found herself dreaming. In the dream she saw the painting, but it was a door, and there were many people inside it crying, including her husband and son. She cried out for help and wanted to go in and save them. Then a man appeared and pushed her back. She held onto the man's cloth and tried to pull him out of the painting, but she couldn't. Rather, the man stretched his hands and took her 2 daughters, then kicked her so hard. She woke up feeling so sore as if she fell down from a tree. She was relieved that it was only a dream, only for her to look around and saw everyone lying on the ground looking lifeless, including Pastor Wealth. She screamed "No." Then she heard Pastor Wealth's voice. "Mrs. Emeka, what happened here? And why is everyone lying down as if they are dead?" That was when she looked for her daughters and discovered they were actually taken by the man she saw in her dream. She held Pastor Wealth and started screaming. "I told you I don't want to come here. Where are my children? I told you I don't want to come here." Pastor Wealth held her, even though he was still sitting on the ground, and calmed her down. He then asked again what happened here. Emeka's wife told him about her dream. He shouted, "That was not a dream. I felt the same thing too. I felt a breeze blowing here and suddenly fell asleep. It was as if I was dreaming too." The rest of the church members woke up and they all said they felt and dreamt almost the same thing. They all noticed then that it was already daybreak. Pastor Wealth tried to stand up and continue praying. That was when he realized that his legs have been paralyzed. He started crying for help, and his prayer warriors carried him away in his car.